Hola BBs, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Andrea Caterina, but you can just call me Dre. If you are new here, welcome, friend. On this channel, we chat a lot about climate justice, sustainability, all things about how we can make a positive impact on the planet. Of course, follow my social media if you want to keep up with my shenanigans. I recently changed my name, so my Instagram and my YouTube would match up. They say consistency is key, so you gotta give the people what they want. Also, hit that subscribe button so I can keep making videos. I am very close to 200 subscribers, and I have a goal to hopefully get to 500 by the end of the year. Okay, I don't know what has brought you to this video, and if you are ready with some fighting words, I want to let you know this is in no way, shape, or form trying to deter anyone from veganism. This video is actually just meant for those who may be scared to be vegan, who may be intimidated by being vegan, who can't be vegan, who for whatever reason are not vegan. I want to show you how many other ways you can be sustainable without going vegan. As I have said, and I will continue to say, there are so many ways to be sustainable, and at the end of the day, that is the whole point. We need all of those ways to keep fighting climate change. But I mean, if you want the tea on veganism, just wait till the end of the video. Okay, here we go. Rapid fire, 50 ways to be sustainable without going vegan. Just a quick disclaimer, this is in no particular order, and also this ranges in accessibility. So whether it's financial ability, regards to food deserts, ability in general, keep that in mind. Buy secondhand clothes, air dry your clothes, flush less. I said what I said. Wear every single piece of clothing at least 30 times. Participate in meatless Mondays, meatless Fridays, meatless whatever day of the week you want. Vote. I'm gonna say that again. Vote. Compost. Ride a bike instead of a car. Buy or use an environmentally friendly car. Sign petitions for positive change. Wash all your clothes in cold water. I used to think that washing your whites in like boiling hot water was the move, but then my grandma told me that it was not the move. So I stopped doing that. And we all need to listen to our abuelitas. Decorate your home only using secondhand furniture and decorations. Facebook Marketplace has been fire for me. Don't travel by plane for a year or more. Thanks, Rona, for the help. Don't let any food go to waste. Donate to our organization fighting to end climate change. Don't buy or participate in fast fashion. Volunteer with your local eco or environmental organization. Organize a beach day cleanup. Support local and state government that not only believe in climate change, but intend to implement policy change. Grow your own food. Make other plant-based swaps like oat milk, vegan protein powder, vegan pasta. I recently tried vegan cream cheese. It was so good. Consume less of literally everything. No, seriously, everything. Reuse as much as possible with anything and everything. Buy refurbished technology instead of buying brand new. DIY your own beauty products. DIY your own cleaning products like all-purpose cleaner or your laundry detergent. Use reusable bottles. Use all of your technology until it no longer works rather than upgrading right away the moment something new comes out. Spend your weekends completely off technology. Shop small. Get your food from your local farmers market. Refuse plastic at stores or restaurants. Bring your own takeaway or to-go containers. Plant a tree. Sponsor an animal within an environmental organization. Only buy more of what you need and less of what you want. Declutter your inbox. E-waste is a thing. Hit that unsubscribe button for all those unnecessary newsletters, fast fashion brands, spam emails. Start a community garden in your borough. Read an ebook rather than traditional paper books. If you do like paper books, buy them secondhand or check them out at your local library. Switch to complete solar energy in your home. Attend the climate strike or climate protest. Support zero waste companies. Only buy seasonal food. Only buy local food like meat, veggies, milk, eggs from your small farmers in your city, in your state, or in your county. Get a chicken, raise it, and then only eat those eggs. Take cold showers. Buy a bidet and ditch that toilet paper. Educate yourself about climate change. Understanding the real problem is literally half the battle when you're trying to find a solution. Switch all of your bathroom products to bars. Yup, like your shampoo, your conditioner, your literal soap, even your facial cleanser. All of that, you can just ditch the plastic and switch to a bar. And one more for good measure, protect indigenous people and indigenous lands. Wow, those just like rolled off the tip of my tongue. I absolutely did not think of them in any particular order. I did not spend hours creating and curating a beautiful list of alternatives. I mean, mira que wow. It's time for the real tea on veganism and why I really thought this video was important to make. In my personal opinion, there are a lot of problems with promoting veganism as like the end all be all only way that we as individuals can save the planet. But I'm not going to argue against veganism. I'm not going to sit here and say that it doesn't have great effects for the planet, because it does. So I'm not here to argue that. As an individual, if you can choose that, I think that's a great choice. But my problem is that a lot of like big vegan accounts and potentially even big vegan influencers try and sell veganism without addressing certain problems. Maybe just because it's not in their experience, it's not in their environment. And I just feel like it needs to be talked about. When I first stopped eating meat and decided to go vegetarian specifically for the environment, I started obviously following a lot more like sustainability influencers. Basically, I got bombarded with messaging such as like, if the entire world went vegan, then we could reverse climate change like yesterday. Obviously, that's a little bit exaggerated, but you get what I mean. And you'll get thrown like all these like facts and figures that make you think that like, oh God, this is the only way. This is the only thing that I could do as an individual to make a real change or to make a real impact. But one of my first problems with this messaging, we don't know what veganism looks like at a global scale. I just have a hard time imagining that there would be zero problems if the entire world tomorrow decided to be vegan. I need the middle steps. I need this more thought out for me to truly accept it as this is the only way. It truly wasn't that long ago that we realized that almond milk, a vegan alternative, takes a buttload of water to make. So it's like there's all these things that we don't know until we do them. So I just have a problem with the messaging. I'm sure it won't be bad, but it's like, just show me the Carfax is what I'm saying. For example, I recently learned about regenerative farming. Regenerative farming, I'm going to read off my laptop because I don't want to mess up the definition, but it is an approach to agriculture that centers indigenous geographical specific practices that enhance and preserve the land and its people. I don't want to go too much into this, but if you're vegan and you don't know about regenerative farming, I highly recommend to do a little bit more reading and research on this, because I'm a person who believes in putting people first, and a lot of big vegan brands and a lot of big vegan influencers go from an animal first perspective. So even if you're not vegan, I highly recommend looking into what regenerative farming means and how it can really be a great step to the future. So this leads to kind of the next point. Like I had mentioned, a lot of big brands and big influencers became vegan for the animals. And that's fine. I don't think that that's a problem, but I do consider myself to be intersectional. So I do put people first, and there's a reason for that. When you are hashtag vegan for the animals, you tend to focus on the mistreatment, the exploitation, the literal torture of animals, which, I'm not going to argue, that's fucked up. But then sometimes you miss the fact that there are still people behind the food that you do eat. We can't ignore the fact that it's immigrants and migrants who are in the front lines picking your food and your vegetables during wildfires, during hazardous air pollution. You can't just ignore that. Majority of those people who are responsible for you getting your food on the dinner table are women of color mostly, and they are exploited and they are mistreated. And by having this umbrella solution of veganism does not take care of that exploitation or that mistreatment. And if you don't talk about that, and if you don't have a solution for that, that is a problem. Finally, I guess the last thing I'll say on this is not everyone can be vegan. Period. Maybe it's for dietary reason, maybe it's for financial reason, maybe it's for the sheer lack of availability of like healthy foods in someone's area. You can't knock people down for not choosing a lifestyle that you're choosing when you know nothing about them. You're just projecting what you think they should be or how they should act when you have no idea of their circumstances. And to be completely ignorant of that is just not cool. Also, something I can personally talk about is like, it could also be a cultural thing. When I first stopped eating meat, it took me a single day. I now have not eaten meat for a little over a year, and I have no regrets. No regrets. But I was a bit nervous to tell my family, my big Latin immigrant family. I don't know anyone vegan or vegetarian in my entire family. That was a big deal for me. I was also definitely sad, and I had to mourn the fact that I was not gonna have some of my favorite Ecuadorian dishes. Somehow giving up meat took me a day, but giving up everything else seems to be a little more difficult. I feel like something not enough people talk about is that everyone has a different relationship with food. So you shaming me or guilting me into being vegan is just wrong on so many levels. You do see a lot of people being shamed because they aren't vegan. Just stop it. Don't do that. It's harmful on so many levels, but one of the main things that is, it automatically makes people think that they are not good enough, and what they're doing, if they are trying to live a more sustainable life, that they're just automatically failing. But if people knew of all of these other possibilities that existed out there, wouldn't that just be better for everyone? I guess that's why I'm here. Honestly, I strongly believe that like once you get a taste of sustainability and start learning more about climate change, then you become more informed about how to make the right decisions for you and for your life. There's just so many paths, and I wish that someone told me about this. And I think it's just a little bit intimidating when you get into the space and all of the big people and all of the people with big following are vegan, and you're like, am I doing something wrong? And then you feel bad about yourself. I don't want you to feel bad about yourself. I think you get the point that I'm trying to make. I'm just going to end this video with a big thank you. Thank you if you're still here. And if you are still here, it would really, really mean a lot to me if you just hit that like button, comment if you want to. All of the engagement really helps my channel. And of course, follow my social media, because why not? I mean, you don't have to. No one is forcing you to do it. The whole point of this video is do you. Okay, bye!